Hi guys, SHABIR family here. Today I'm going to be doing Minecraft. I'll be creating a sorting system. I know why you say sorting system, because there's so many out there. I just feel the one that I've got is much more simpler and you don't need to go back and forth running to get water or anything like that. It is small, it is compact, and it's easy to use. So I'll give you a bit of a background to the sorting systems that I've used. So as you can see, there's two here. I actually used to start with this one first, um, putting out the chest like that, and keeping the input over there, and then a junk chest that way. This way was good, but if you've got stuff like dirt or you're using cobblestones when you're going mining, it tends to fill up so quick. So the idea was to try to make it more seeing how better I could do it. So instead of doing it flat, I actually just changed it to doing it sideways, as you can see down here. Apologies for the lighting. I've actually got glowstone over because the snowy valley, as you can see, the autumn side of things, it tends to quickly change. I have made the weather stick and don't do the cycle, but funny enough, it still does it. So going to my oldest one, I don't want to jump down there. I accidentally broke that block before, but I'm not bothered about it. So what happens is I tend to do this part here. So at the back, I use an item frame to tell me what's on the items on the other side. So as you can see here, this one's for diamonds. I've actually created 4 building blocks, sorry, 11 building blocks. Call them something else so they don't get part of the system itself. So as you can see, I've used Avengers. 11 slots makes this first one a single. You could use any type of building blocks, cobblestones, just use an anvil to change the name of it, and then that'll stick. Keep in mind, if you do more than 11 per slot, it tends to start messing around, as in you'll start putting those back into the chests, and then sometimes that affects the previous or the ones that are linked on the chain. So yeah, as I said, my uniqueness is that, as well as I use single chests. Here, I've got. Can we see it? You can't see it actually. Let's try it from this side. So what I'm using is I'm using redstone, as you can see there, and I have a repeater there. So this, all in all, is how we're going to do it. It's much simpler with the double side. I'll show you just the double side as well. Yeah. So this is the double side. This is my sorting system. Like I said, there are water ones. If you're doing a single side chest like these, the dropper needs to be facing inwards, as you can see there. Yeah, sorry, let me just get back up. As you can see there, he's actually facing into the hopper. But with this, like I said, any type of sorting system can happen. You could even use water. The water does still use this kind of setup, so as well as a dropper that'll drop into the wall. Wall will shoot it up and then straight into the hoppers at the top. But in this case, I've actually just used it facing upwards, and that does the same thing. Again, I've actually put this hole here, and I can actually walk through it. This is so I could get in and just make sure there's nothing blocked in this. You'd always get one sitting in there. It's just the way the hoppers are working on this contraption. But yeah, all in all, you saw there I have using netherite. It's just a little trial that I'm doing. But yeah, it's all in all, it's the same. Let's just get down to the sorter mechanism first. So the recipe is I need 3 droppers for us. If I'm not using the water, I'll only be sorry, if I'm using the water, I'll be using 1 dropper to do the mechanism, which will drop it out and then the water will shoot it up. If I'm using a soul sand also. And then I need 2 repeaters. This is what I'm going to show you how the redstone goes into it, and then into the droppers. 1 comparator 4 redstone dusts, 1 anvil. This anvil is actually for the input chest. So as you can see there, I tend to use 2. It's just 1 is what I've put there. So it's up to you how you want to do it, but I'll show you we could do it with 2. And then 3 stone bricks or any building block, whichever you want. So let's get down to this. Let's just take this kit. Oh, and as you can see, it started snowing. It's probably going to rain soon. So yeah, so if we're going to be doing it this way, we want it to be facing that way. So as we're doing that one there, we'll need to make it going up. Oh, and it is raining. But with this one, this is normally facing inwards. So what we're going to do is using up there. No, there. Sorry. Yeah. There you go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and get our comparator. Right. Oh, yeah, sorry. Just wondering why am I not inwards? Okay. And then your building block. And then your repeater. Redstone dust back into the comparator. And what we're going to do is to our 2 building blocks. And what we are going to do with our last repeater and then our redstone dust. This isn't complete. Even on this one, any type of sorting system you use like this, you always need to give it, if you use multiple droppers like we have, it's best to give that a tick, because by the time that goes around in its mechanism, it moves it to that one, and then that needs at least 1 tick to go into that, and then that shoots it back out. So yeah, if you didn't have no ticks there, it'll just keep going in a loop, and you won't get anywhere with that. And in this case, let's just finish this. Here is my hopper, and then I'm going to do a double chest here. So that is all done. And what you can do is, as a test, just dump stuff in it, and there you go. It's flown out, and I've got it. Yep. So that means that part's working. Now the next part is building the chests. So let's put this stuff back in there. Oh yeah. So do is just put this chest back in, and then here. So as we're building 5 rows of chest, so up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. We're only using 5, so we need 5 comparators and 5 torches and 5 repeaters. The more you use, the more chests you want. So give me an example. If you want to go in a horizontal type of thing, then you'll need more torches, more repeaters, and more comparators. But if you're going to go vertical, then you don't need to worry about that. All you need to worry about is hoppers and in chest. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building. I do recommend, as you can probably see at the back, Snowy Valley. In this one, I haven't done any item frames or so. It's just it was a quick one, but I do recommend putting your item frames on the back so you know what's what, which I will be showing you there. So yeah, going back to this. The hoppers are actually what I've counted to this one that I've just shown you here. It's so how many I've used on this side of things. Redstone dust, again, with that in mind, it'll probably be longer if you use more than 20 or so. Chests, like I said, I counted the chests that we're going to use. The spruce planks, these are just your making it look fancy, you know, just around. Any block will do. This is actually what I've used. So the stairs of it is actually what I used for the chests. But when we get to that point, you'll see. Here, this is what I'm going to do. So as you saw here, I've just got blanks. These could be any building blocks. Just use a anvil to change the name. Anything can happen. You could have Avengers, as you saw earlier, Batman, Superman, whatever you want, as long as it doesn't have its standard stone block name. That when we get to this point, I will show you where we're using them. As you saw earlier as well, they were in the slots for the hoppers. 11 per slot makes these items into one inside the sorting system. So let's get the sorting system out, and then we'll deal with these. So over to our space. I always recommend give it one blank space in between. So that's that. One. So there you go. And then another blank space. This is for your junk chest. So let's get this out of the way. There you go. So that's that. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to put hoppers behind it. Including our junk. As well as over here. Keep in mind this could be any block. This is just going to be a temporary block to put the hoppers. But that is actually what it's meant to be. And now this is what will be the temporary block. Okay, you don't need it there because it will just be a hopper going down like that. So now what we do is we break this, or your chest won't open. Yep, so that's your temporary blocks done. And now we start putting in the rest of the hoppers. Now the part where did I pick up my so the building blocks I actually did because I broke them. I actually should have actually got more. So these building blocks are actually the ones that go behind this lot. You'll need a building block behind each chest. So like this. And then here, what we're going to do is we're going to put our repeaters. So the redstone's there. Just make sure they're all in line. Redstone's on this side. And then the repeaters on this side. And then again your building blocks. And then we need building blocks here. For each chest, there will be 5 building blocks. Which I'll show you. As well as torches and redstone dust. So in this case now, what we're going to do, we're just going to put our comparators, and now the redstone. Redstone needs to be up here because of the repeaters, and then that could be there. I will show you further on in the video of, say if I'm going in like an L shape and my angle, you just need to extend the bottom one just down, but I'll show you how it is. So this is all done, we're all ready to go. Let's just make it look nice. Let's fill this part up. as well. Not that one. You can cover the top. Yeah. I'm not gonna want those. And what we're gonna do is just gonna put some here for my item frames. You don't need anything around here, and you don't need one here. It's up to you. You can keep it for your junk chest. So let's go down here, and now we're done. So we put all this back in. Now we take all this in the order that we're going to use. So let's do this now. Actually, I forgot a junk chest. So what we're going to do here, first things first, get the front. And you could put a sign there if you want. Here. And then the same at the back. Just double check. So let's put one there. And that's the junk. Oh, no, wrong one. And we're just going to do a final check. Yeah. So now let's start building this. So first one. Sorry, as you can see, I just need to double check. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to put our carrot in there. And then while that's doing its thing, we're just going to start making 11 of these blanks. Like I said, any building block. Just remember not to put this same block in the sorting system, or it'll just stack up and then everything else will stop working. So this should stop at 1. That's correct. So now it's the chicken. You can actually do this is put it half. So give an example, 5. We'll see, yeah, kind of half. And then see where that stops. It's a good point to see if we actually that this is working. So give me an example, if you did have 5 in each slot, you could then wait and see if it stops. If it keeps going past, then you know something's wrong. It'll basically stop working. So everything else will just go in your chest. And there you go. That should be it. And then the next one is our gold. I do recommend you waiting and just making sure that it does work. It is time consuming, but as long as you've got the first one right, then the next are simply the same process. Remember, one slot goes out of sync. So give me an example, if one's got 12, it will take everything out of it. Not everything, but it'll leave the equivalent of 11. There you go, that should stop now. That's right. And the iron. go, that should stop soon. Yeah. If that first slot goes through and it goes in, then it's wrong. What you've done is actually gone wrong. So it's back to the drawing board. But always remember to make sure that you've got the correct number in the slots, because that will help. And that should be it. Yeah. So now, what I do recommend is getting rid of your blank blocks, because like I say, if they went into the sorting system, this all will stop working. So what we're going to do is just double check. Yep, 62. The reason why you see 62 rather than 64 is because if we come back here, this chest here, so that was the diamond, it actually holds one, no, not this one, sorry, holds one there, and then it holds one in there. It's the way that the hoppers work, so it's the mechanism if you want. So as I have item frames, if you have in your sorting system equivalent to that item, it'll flow through. So if I pick up a carrot, you can see the 62 there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that in 63. There you go. So that works. We know that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this junk empty bucket. There you go. It's there. So it is actually working. That is it. That's all you got to do. There's nothing else you need to do in this. If you want to extend it, my recommendation, keep one space between your junk chest and your actual sorting system. It's just a preference that I have rather than having it so together. It's the same with this. I'm keeping it there, and then I've got single hoppers behind these as you saw earlier, and I'll show you again. They're just single rows. So because they get filled up quick, I started playing around, and I saw other people doing it the exact same way, and I thought it's best to just do it that way. I've even mentioned earlier that you could actually go down. It's the same scenario. You could have hoppers going down. You could have say 4 or 5 more going down. It'll be the exact same thing. This way it's more equivalent. You can have 2 or more. It's much more easier than having that, because that chest can fill up straight up. If you're mining dirt, you got cobblestone, these kind of things just go quicker. That's most common. So before ending the video, I'll show you how I've done this type of L shape if you want. There's my input chest. I didn't actually put anything in there. It was just more of a how to see what it looks like. So here I've got double chests, and let's go back. So same setup, yep, as I just showed you with the 5 chests. What I recommend is make a trail for this redstone connected to the edge. If you're going to do L shape like this, or like a Batman style inventory going through his Hall of Fame if you want. So that's what I'd recommend, just doing something like that. Hoppers will have to be connected, and they'll end up in your junk chest like that. But yeah, the mechanism is the same, the sorter is the same. It's just I've extended it to an L shape. And just to show you, recommendation, always put that connection at the back, because it sorry, let me start it actually makes those work. So it's just that one thing that you got to keep in mind. And again, at the back, I put item frames of everything I'm going to put here. It's always recommended, except for this extra one that I've got there. Yeah. So just keep in mind, recommendation as well as it looks good. If you have any comments, feedback, do let me know. And yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a nice day.